How we do? We back in the building. You see the Cowboys in the back. You see the star on the helmet. You see the Cowboys having training camp, and we're gonna talk about them Cowboys training camp. But first, we have these great slew of interviews, man. These high school kids. I've been having a bunch of dogs, and I got another one, and this one is a little bit special because he is the youngest one I have brought on yet. And I had two will be sophomores. They were freshmen. They will be sophomores, but this young man is going to be a freshman. And the reason why I brought him on is because let me give a big shout out to my dog, Rion Young. He told me to make sure I take good care of Wes Wiggins. He said, that's my guy. So you make sure and take care of him. So Rion, I'm going to make sure I take care of him today. But I got Wes Wiggins on here, 6'2", 230 pounds, a true freshman just entering. Oh man, this dude's gonna be special, and I can't wait to talk to him. How you doing, Wes?
I'm doing good.
It's good. It's good. I'm glad you took the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're a busy young man. You out in them streets. You out in them camps doing your thing. But I'm glad you took that time. So let's just jump off here and ask a little bit of things about you. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So first of all, give me a little bit of background. First, last name, obviously Wes Wiggins, but give a little background on yourself so everybody in the world can know who you are and understand what you're about.
My name is Wes Wiggins. I'm from Smithville, Mississippi, and I'm 14 years old.
All right. So go ahead and say, give me your measurables and what position you play currently right now, getting ready going into high school.
I am currently 6'2", 235 pounds. I play offensive tackle and defensive end.
All right, so let's jump right into this. Now, one of the reasons why I brought you on, Wes, is not only because my dog Rion Young, but man, you have a real nice size coming into high school where a lot of kids don't have that. So, with that unusual size, how does it feel, Kire, going to the high school ranks, knowing that you have this size? People are already talking about you. How does that kind of make you feel jumping into the high school ranks already?
Well, I'm excited to start my freshman year. I'll be just as big, if not bigger, than most of the competition, so I don't think that'll be a problem. So, ready.
So you said you're ready for it, huh?
Yes, sir.
So talk about what's your general thoughts heading into high school. Obviously, you're going to be 4 years high school. You left middle school, now you're in high school. Tell me just your general thoughts going into the high school ranks.
Well, I'm excited. We're going to be really young this year on both sides of the ball. We're losing a bunch of good players, so most of the team is going to be really young this year.
But you know what? That could be a good thing, Wes, because now you're building another foundation. If you got a lot of young people coming into the program, this is where you can really build a foundation and possibly have a string or a run of just winning championships. You never know. So that's a good thing. So I'm excited to see that. Now, one of the other questions I want to ask you, you said you played offensive tackle and defensive end. Now, I know you're only going in to be a freshman, and there's 4 years. You can play multiple positions while you're there in those 4 years. But right now, what kind of position do you like, or are you more the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball? What's your passion right now?
I would say definitely offensive tackle. That's where I've been to most of my camps is. I've played offensive tackle.
All right. Now, do you play on the left side or do you play on the right side?
I play left tackle.
All right, so you with the blind side, so you on the important side. You on the money side where they get the big money side. You on that side. So tell me, I know it's short in your career and you're playing left tackle. Tell me, what do you like about the offensive side, specifically offensive tackle?
Well, I like it because the offensive tackle has the more athletic defensive linemen, the faster guys, a little harder to block when they come off that edge. Good competition.
So you basically like that competitive side. Now, if you're on the left side, are you more on an island on the left side? Are you really dealing with a lot of speed guys and you're more of an island, or do you receive help on that left side?
Well, I guess it's mainly been the island, but during the games, probably will have a little bit of help when they're double teams.
Now, do you like when you're playing that one-on-one when you're going against a guy man on man so you can kind of demolish him? I've already talked to a few offensive linemen, and we always talk about pancakes with extra syrup. Are you that type of guy where you want to put guys on their back and put pancake and extra syrup all over them, put butter all on them, and then syrup all on them too when you mash them on the ground, and then take your fork and then go ahead and eat on them when you're taking it down the field?
Yes, sir. What I'm all about.
I like that. All right, so we already got a mauler over here, and we already got the size. So, folks, you better get ready for this. Now, we already talked a little bit off air about camps. Now, you attended one camp, Jeffrey Simmons. He plays for the Tennessee Titans, and I believe he went to Mississippi State. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So he's one of like the homegrown guys, one of the guys that everybody kind of looks at. Hey, he made it. He's kind of the bar that we want to hit. So kind of tell me about that camp. What did you really try to prove when you went to that camp? And how do you feel like you really did at that camp? And just tell me about the experience.
Well, I went to that camp. I was wanting to get a top offensive lineman, and I was pretty good competition.
All right. Now, some of the competition you went against, was it a lot of one-on-ones? What type of things did you do at the camps to really feel like you really stood out?
At the Jeffrey Simmons camp, we did pass blocking one-on-one, and I did pretty good at those. I believe I only lost reps out of 10 against going up against high school.
Nice. And I bet you a lot of kids that you were going against were older than you, correct?
Yes, sir. Older and stronger, faster. Have to use technique.
So how do you feel about that? Did you feel like, man, you got awards up in there, but did you feel within your own heart, man, I really competed. I like how I played against these older guys? And also, what do you feel like you maybe needed to improve leaving from that camp?
Well, to beat them, most of the time they're faster and they're stronger. So I got to beat them with good technique. But in there, the biggest thing I definitely need to work on would be my punch.
Okay. And now you said, what was the last thing you said you definitely need to work on?
My punch.
Okay. Now talk a little bit about that punch for maybe people who don't know everything. What are you talking about when you talk about punch?
Well, like running blocking, you run off the ball and short cock your hand, fire them off. When you're doing pass blocking, going speed rusher, you really just don't have all that time to cock your hands back unless you have them ready to fight. So just get power generated. That's what I'm working.
Okay. Now that's pretty awesome. So did you get to actually meet Simmons there?
I did. Got
Okay.
to talk to one as well.
Okay. How did that feel?
It was it felt pretty good. He was one of the guys that really inspired me to get me into football. So it was good to finally get to meet him.
Nice. So that was some inspiration for you?
Yes, sir.
How long you been playing football?
Well, played 1 year flag, then I just started junior, so I haven't really played that long.
All right. So you're a baby in this, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I like that. You a baby in this. Now, let me ask you also something. Now, since you said you just started this, do you watch football outside of it, or is this something that you just play? How do you really do on your day by day, since you're really a baby in this? What do you really do to really feel like you want to get better on a daily basis?
I watch offensive line, NFL player clips on YouTube. I watch technique, all that.
Okay, all right. Now, do you have anybody that maybe you look at the game right now, maybe at an offensive lineman that you say, man, I like him at the offensive line. Maybe I want to kind of pattern my game after him. Do you have anybody right now that you look up to in that aspect?
Trent Williams.
Ha! You went with a dog. I don't like Trent Williams because he played for the Washington team, and my Cowboys, he used to kill us all the time on that offensive line. Now, he's a great player, but Trent Williams used to give us a lot of problems. But that's a great guy to go. Now, tell me, why do you like Trent Williams?
I just like the way he plays. He plays hard. And
So you're a nasty guy, huh?
yes, sir.
We like nasty. I like that. So we got a nasty mauler. He said he gonna have pancakes and syrup, just like my other guys. So when we revisit this later on, we're gonna have videos of you pancaking people. And make sure, Wes, when you get them videos of pancaking people, you send them to me because we having pancakes and syrups all year. Make sure you give me that, all right?
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right. So now, obviously, we just talked about you're going into high school. You're going to have 4 years to go in there, right? So, what do you feel like you need to do while you're in those 4 years? What do you feel like? I know it's 4 years from now, but what do you want to leave your mark? What do you want people to remember Wes Wiggins when he leaves his 4 years of high school? What do you want people to remember you as?
Well, I want them to remember me as a great football player, great student, great teammate.
Nice, nice. Now let's talk about grades right quick. You said a great teammate, great student. Um, right now, how are your grades?
They're pretty good. 3.0 above.
Nice. So, do you have a major or anything that you're thinking about going into high school that you kind of maybe thinking about? Obviously, a lot of kids want to take it to the next level, but
Yes, sir.
if that doesn't happen, have you thought about maybe something outside of football that you might be kind of pique your interest in the school ranks?
Well, if pro doesn't work out, I would love to be a grad assistant coach and then work my way up in the coaching ranks. But outside of football, I would probably try to pursue welding.
Nice, nice. Now tell me, what do you like about welding?
I just like you can go in there, pull a stick, and you create a whole bunch of different stuff, weld stuff together.
Now, how long have you been doing that?
Well, I haven't really done it yet. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been taking classes yet, too, but I've seen a whole bunch of guys do it. Some of the guys on the football team do it, and they really.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, also, now before we get off of here, because I'm not going to keep you too long. Now, I always ask all the young athletes this: when Wes wakes up in the morning, who's his motivation? Who keeps Wes going when Wes is tired? When Wes don't want to work out? Who is the person that wants to keeps you motivated on this side? Who keeps pushing you when you say, you know what, I want to keep doing this not only for myself but for this, this, and this? Do you have anybody like that? Maybe a mentor you maybe look up to? Family, anything like that? Who keeps Wes going when Wes wants to give up?
My mom, my dad, and my little brother.
Nice. And tell me kind of reason why.
Well, my mom and dad, they provide for me. They pay all the bills and take me to camps and stuff. So one day I want to be able to buy a big old house.
Nice. I like how you even said that. A big old house. You so country. I love it, dog. I love it. Now, we always want to give shout outs to the parents, man. And I always make sure I do because without the parents, we can never do anything, right? Without the
Yes,
parents taking us back and forth, you can never do anything. So big shout outs to your mother and your father. And you said, did you say your brother or your sister?
my little brother.
Okay. Now tell me about your little brother. You said he motivates you. Tell me why your little brother motivates you as well.
Well, during football games, he'll yell at me if I'm not playing.
I love it. How old is he?
8.
He's 8. So is he screaming at the football games? Get him, Wes! You better get on him. Is he doing all that?
Yes, sir.
I love it. Now, can you hear him even when you're on the sideline? Do you hear him yelling?
When I'm on the sideline, I do. Then sometimes I don't. Locked in. On the
Yeah,
sideline here,
that's what's up, though. Doesn't that make you feel good, though, Wes?
it does.
Doesn't it make you want to play harder?
It does.
Yeah, it does. Definitely. That's some great motivation right there. Now, that's so awesome how your parents are doing those great things for you, and then your little brother's there pushing you and motivating you. That's a pretty awesome feat, and I'm really excited about that. Now, do you have any shout outs that you want to give? Maybe your teammates, maybe some close friends, anybody that you love playing with, or anything like that? You want to give any shout outs to anybody?
I'd like to shout out coaches, Coach Collins, Coach Lucius, Coach Harris, and Coach Bush, Coach Smith, and Rufus French, athletic trainer.
Nice, nice. Now I want to ask you another thing, Wes. Obviously, like I said, you're going into your freshman year. Now, is this a plan that you're going to hit varsity already, or kind of do the coaches have a plan for you? Have they talked to you? Have they had any kind of development thing that they want to do for Wes Wiggins?
Yes, sir. I'll be starting left tackle this fall.
Woo-wee! So you gonna be the starting left tackle on varsity as a freshman?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, bro. This is the first one that I have in all my interviews that I have a starting freshman left tackle. This dude has to be a beast to be able to do that. And you've just started, right? You've only had what, 3 or 4 years, right?
3 years and only 2 of tackle. Last year, I actually played some varsity snaps as an 8th grade.
Dang. Okay, you know what, y'all? Y'all better remember this interview because you about to have a certified animal on this channel. He about to kill it. I'm excited for you, Wes. He played varsity as an 8th grader. Now he the starting left tackle as a freshman. Man, y'all better get on this kid. You better watch this tape. And Wes, remember, whenever you got any kind of tape, you send it to me because the whole world needs to know about you. You feel me?
Yes, sir. I'll be sure to send it in.
All right, now let's talk about your team right quick. Now you said you lost a lot of players. You got a young team coming in. Kind of what division? Because I know they're different classes. What class are you in as far as the competition wise?
We're small school, so we're playing 1A football.
Okay, all right. Now, do y'all play any other teams outside of that? Do your coaches schedule any other teams outside of that, or do y'all strictly stay in that division?
No, sir. We play I believe 2, 3A, maybe a 2A.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3A.
Okay, all right. Now, are you excited about that? When you see those teams on the schedule, are you excited more for the bigger schools because you want to make sure, maybe kind of prove yourself and kind of let everybody know who you are?
Yes, sir. Bigger
Nice,
school.
nice. Now, before we get off here, I hate to say it again, but what are some of maybe? Obviously, you're playing offensive tackle, and it's hard to keep stats at that. We understand that, but if you had somewhere to be able to keep your stats on a daily thing, what do you really want to do? No sacks, pressures. You want to be able to do this, pancakes. Do you have kind of idea maybe what you a goal as your freshman year, or what do you want to accomplish for your freshman year?
I don't want to allow a bunch of sacks. I feel as long as I don't allow too many D linemen to slip past me, I'll be pretty happy about that.
Okay, all right. Now, one last thing about the left tackle position. You were talking about, you said you want to get better at your punch, right? Tell me, what do you think your strengths are right now at that position? What do you think that you really, when you go to the line of scrimmage, what do you think these are my best assets going forward right now?
Definitely my technique.
Mm-hmm.
That's helped me at camps. When I go up against most of these high schoolers,
Mm-hmm.
stronger than me, faster, so I got to have good technique to beat them.
All right. Now, you talk about technique. Have you had any personal coaches to really work with you that technique, or has it just really been camps? Do you have a coach outside of this, or do you work on your own?
Tobias Smith, offensive lineman. He used to play at Mississippi State. He worked a whole lot this offseason, working left tackle.
Nice. So basically, they know you got the potential, Wes. So they're putting everybody in your way to bring the best out of you. Correct? Nice. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to head off of here, but I just want to tell you, man, first of all, I'm excited for you, Wes, because you need to understand this, Wes. There's not a lot of freshman left tackles. That's one of the hardest positions to play right there. Left tackle, because you're dealing with, like you said, a lot of the more stronger guys, the more athletic guys, and you're dealing with the blind side to protect your quarterback because most quarterbacks are right-handed. So for you to come in and you play varsity as an 8th grader, and now you're coming as a starting as a freshman, bro, you have a lot of potential. All I'm gonna just tell you is stay focused. I think you will be. I feel like your parents are gonna stay on you. Your little brother is definitely gonna stay on you for sure. He ain't gonna let you slip. Even if your parents say nothing, your brother ain't gonna let you slip. So we love that. But man, you really have a chance, man. You have 4 years. 4 years to really hone your craft. And we know you're going to get bigger. We know you're going to get stronger. You might be one of them who's who by the fourth year, your senior. You might be one of those who's who 5-star offensive tackles. That's what we're already going to throw in the air about you. And I'm excited to see your path. Like I said, a lot of the kids I talk to, juniors, seniors, but for you to come in a freshman, we're about to have a story to tell these next 4 years, and I'm excited to do it, man. And I'm glad you were able to jump on here. Now, is there anything that you want to say before we get off of here? Maybe any shout outs, any thanks, anything like that? Just go away.
Well, like I said, thank you to all my coaches, Coach Collins, coaches, Coach Harris, Coach Bush, Rufus French, and Tobias Smith. I thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I always say it's a privilege when you guys hit me back. It's always a privilege for me to be able to talk to you. So we're going to be able to do this more. Now, I know you went to the Simmons camp, and this is going to be my last question to you before we get off. What other camps did you attend besides that camp?
Well, I attended the Beast of the South. Attended multiple Division I schools camps. Auburn, Vanderbilt, State, Ole Miss, Alabama, Troy,
Ooh.
and at the I went 3 JUCO camps. 2 of them were 3-day line.
And nice. So
the best junior offensive lineman award. Actually,
nice. Nice. Hey, you ain't playing around. You going to all the big dog schools. You ain't playing around, is you, Wes? You really want that? You want that work, don't you?
Yes, sir.
I love it, man. Hey, I love it. Once again, you better remember this name, Wes Wiggins, and make sure, like I said, Rion. I made sure I took care of him, big dog. I made sure I took care of him because Rion been pumping. You said, hey, that's my dog. He about to be something, and I really believe it. So, as I tell all the young athletes before we get off of here, we're not going to just do this one time. We all do a preseason before the season. How we talked about your own personal goals, your team goals, and then we're going to meet again mid-season. And then at the end of the year, we're going to have another interview to see the season, how your goals happen, and what happened during your season, so we can kind of chart the whole thing and kind of see the story. So I'm excited to see it. And like I tell all the young athletes, I'm getting ready to drop a portfolio on the 1st of August. It's going to have all your names on there. So everybody's going to be able to see the breakdown. And also, Wes, get as much tape as you can, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a weekly show each week. So we're going to chart what you do each week. Make sure you give me the stats. We'll do player of the week, pancake of the week, sack of the week. You know what I mean? We're going to have a lot of great things to go on. So the more information you give me, the better it's going to be. And I'd love to be able to have you on one of these award shows that we're going to have. You're really going to like it. So make sure you get as much information as you can from me, whether it be any more camps, whether you do any kind of spring ball, or whether you start your season. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Now, I just want to say thank you, Wes, for myself, Big Game James, for jumping on here. The who's who, the up-and-comers. I'm trying to tell you, this is the next up-and-comer, so you better remember the name, Wes Wiggins. He's about to demolish this competition these next 4 years. So for myself, Big Game James, and Mr. Wes Wiggins, we'll be talking to you soon. We out. Up-and-comers. We'll talk to you soon.